here is Adam Schefter on Pat McAfee talking about where he believes the negotiations stand between the Commanders and Terry McLaurin.
DK Metcalf was the same draft class as Terry McLaurin. He got about $33 million a year. I wouldn't think that Terry is willing to take less than that, and I think he wants considerably more than that. Now, what it comes in at, we'll wind up seeing. Washington, they're not there right now, and they love and value Terry McLaurin, but they love and value him at a different price. So these two sides right now seem apart on the deal. Like, they don't seem close today. And I don't know how they're going to get that resolved and figured out, but these things usually find a way of working themselves out over time. But as of today, I don't get the sense that anything's close.
Wow, that was a shocking revelation from Adam Schefter, where he made it sound like the DK Metcalf number isn't even the number.
That's like they're starting
something higher than significantly higher.
That's why they're
than
so
the $33 million.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're far apart.
That stunned me a little bit.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure that Buddy Baker,
they could be $10 million apart.
Sure, I'm sure that Buddy Baker is going in and walking into Adam Peters' office and saying, "Look, these CeeDee Lamb numbers and DK Metcalf numbers and Tyreek Hill numbers, these are old numbers." Mm-hmm. I'm sure he's trying to pitch a paradigm shift in that the salary cap keeps going up. Don't even worry about what CeeDee Lamb is making. Those were deals that were signed a year and a half ago. Mm-hmm. Like that's old news. But I'm sure Adam Peters is saying, well, your client is about to turn 30, and I'm sorry, we're not really in the business of rewarding past performance. We have to keep the team and the salary cap in mind, and we're not going to give you $35 million a year.
Right.
Like that, it seems like a massive gap between the two parties.
Well,
right
I wonder
now.
what Courtland Sutton's agent said to Denver. I think he came in and go, you know what? Those are old deals. I need he's just coming off a $61 million deal, and he's in the final year of his deal. I wonder if he said, you know what? We need $33 million a year. And I wonder if the Broncos said, no, we're going to give you, it ended up not even be 25 a year. And 40 of it guaranteed. Yeah. So I wonder if Adam Peters goes, hey, just go look at the Courtland Sutton deal. Well, then, that's what we're looking at.
Well, if I were Buddy Baker, then my argument would be, well, my client is a better player than Courtland Sutton.
I understand.
Courtland Sutton's only had 2 seasons over 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but he's also had quarterback issues.
That would be my pushback. And my pushback would also include quarterback issues through the majority of Terry's career here in DC.
Everybody would agree that Terry's better. But they're kind of in the same ballpark-ish, especially when you consider age. But that guaranteed number is nowhere near what it's going to take.
And if I'm Adam Peters, my argument is going to be that you're asking for Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson type of money. And I'm sorry, that's where I would be like, we love Terry, but he's just not those players. He's not on that level.
What's your new prediction? I know that we have a bet. I would completely erase that prediction, which I believe was tomorrow.
Right.
I thought it was going to resolve itself by tomorrow.
Not to happen.
I would now bet. I'll just change the month. So I was July 30th, so I'll say August 30th.
I think in the book I'm August 16th.
I think he might play at least the start of the season with no new deal.
That might be the case too.
I think that also him reporting, and even though he's holding in or whatever, and claiming some ankle injury, whatever, I think it actually takes some of the urgency out of the situation for everyone involved. Mm-hmm. He's there. They get him there. Eventually, he's going to break down. He's going to have to start working out as we get closer and closer. And I just think that this takes away some of the urgency. But I get it because, you don't want to hemorrhage $50,000. He's already lost over $800,000 in this holdout.
That's a big dent in your wallet. And
when
your
you look at the
portfolio.
earlier workout stuff that he blew off. I don't know. I have a feeling they're not going to come to an agreement, and he's just got to play and see what happens. Take out an insurance policy.
I get what you're saying when you say it's a big dent, but it's not really, because it's kind of play money. It's like the difference between having $19 million in the bank versus $20 million in the bank. I don't think his life changes based on losing that $200,000,
not at all. It doesn't change anything in his life, but it's he's got a short window, right? He's got a 10-year window to make a bunch of cash, and he's going to do fine. but it's
Look,
it's a significant amount of money.
Yeah.
And he's a smart guy. He's already set for life. This is just the real cherry on top. But we see tales of this all the time about guys running out of money. Like a $500,000 workout bonus is not something that you just punt away and just like, you know what? I don't need $500,000.
It's a lot of money.
That's $500,000.
I know.
That's a lot of money, even to a multimillionaire. That's a lot of dough.
He will never have to worry about money.
I understand.
He's not the type
smart.
that's going to give his money to shady people and invest in stupid things. And
he's probably got.
I pretty much know.
He's probably got $20 million in the bank.
He's a smart
smart investments because he's a smart guy. And I want him to have $50 million more to go on top of the $20 million. But $500,000 workout bonus is still a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean,
well, he and his agent have made a calculation, and their calculation was it's worth missing a few days to make a statement, whatever they're trying to accomplish. He's clearly beloved by the fans because regardless of him holding out, not practicing, when he's signing autographs, and I get it, people want their autographs. He is absolutely beloved.
No, they love him, but the team doesn't seem to care. I'm telling you, I just get the sense they're not going to budge much, if any. Like, not at all.
I would love to know who the team,
the Commanders.
Yeah, I agree.
They're not going to budge because he's still under contract,
and it's 95% in my opinion about his age. Because if he was 25 years old, I feel like this deal would already be done.
But I don't think the Commanders are saying we're not going to offer you anything. Just play it out. I think they're offering something.
Yeah, but he just is insulted by the offer.
Yeah.
Seemingly.
I mean, it's not like the Broncos said to Courtland Sutton, all right, we're not offering. You got to play out your final year.
Right.
They offered him a $92 million deal.
Right.
Sutton almost did he didn't do any of the receivers a favor.
No, but that's probably a good deal for a
29.
player of Courtland Sutton's abilities and stats that he's put up. Like,
it's just significantly lower than what the other guys.
I mean, he's getting $41 million guaranteed money.
Like, he's not Tyreek Hill.
I know.
Like, Tyreek Hill's making $30 million. Like, for Courtland Sutton to be making 23 or 23 and a half, whatever the AAV is, like, that seems about right for a guy of Courtland Sutton's abilities.
Okay, maybe you're right.
I think.
But he also looked at it and goes, all right, I get $41 million locked in. Plus, what was his, I think his signing bonus was, I was reading it, was it 12?
It was 14, I think.
14.
Yeah. I don't know, something like that.
I mean, you get 14 right up front. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that is not a positive development for the Terry McLaurin camp.
I think
that was terrible news, actually, for McLaurin and company yesterday.
I don't see a deal getting done.
Do you think that Washington offered a similar deal where they're giving you, all right, 4 years, $90 million, but only half of it's going to be guaranteed?
Probably. They're probably around something in that range. Like this. And this only emboldens them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Now we're getting closer to a trade request. Now we're getting closer to a trade request, or he's just going to suck it up and play this season, because he loves Jaden and he loves the guys.
Mm-hmm.
But a breakup could be somewhat imminent.
I think it's important to remember, everyone talks about DK's contract like it was just given to him.
Mm-hmm.
There's a team that said no to him and traded him,
right?
Because they didn't want to pay him that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's somebody out there would probably pay Terry what he wants, but it's not this team right now doesn't pay him what he wants.
Yeah.
So I would think that a trade wouldn't be the most stunning thing in the world.
No, I think this makes a trade request way more likely.
I think it's
now whether or not they honor it. I'm gonna tell you, I don't see him coming to terms. And a month ago, I thought, well, this would pretty much be wrapped up pretty soon, and everyone will walk away happy.
Yeah, like if you're like $1 or $2 million apart, like you can find some middle ground there.
They're
but
like $40 million apart.
If you're $8 or $10 million per year apart, that's going to be a tough one. That's a tough negotiation.
I see a trade request and no deal being done. Now they may just ignore the trade request and just say, "Dude, we just play out the year, and we'll reward you if you have another good one."
For what it's worth,
if that's the case, I mean, it's going to be business decision time for Terry if he's not feeling up to 100%.
Sure.
Well, it's up to him. I mean, if he wants, he needs to put up a big year to get rewarded wherever he goes.
I think he'd get rewarded regardless.
Even if he did some lame year this year and played half the games, I don't think so. I think it would hurt him.
I think I don't think that
because then he'd be 30.
He's not
and
gonna
coming
get-
off an 8-game season.
Correct.
I think he needs to play. He needs to play as many games as possible. And he needs to put up a big year.
I'm not saying the Courtland Sutton thing helps, but I don't know that it hurts that much because I just don't think he's regarded where Terry is. I was looking up ESPN's ranking of receivers, which was scouts, coaches, and other executives, right? We went through this with quarterbacks, how Jaden Daniels was number 1 in the NFC. So
Where was McLaurin, like 12 or?
McLaurin didn't make the top 10, but he was just below Garrett Wilson. There were 5 honorable mentions that didn't make the top 10. Terry McLaurin, Puka, Brian Thomas Jr., DK Metcalf, T. Higgins, actually 6, Devontae Adams. So 16. Courtland Sutton wasn't in the top 16. And then I think he's way down at the bottom in terms of also receiving votes. So I just don't think they're considered in the same class. So I think Buddy Baker could say, well, yeah, you can start there, but I'm above all these other guys.
This is also why you can't be a part of the just pay the man crowd. Like if you just pay him what Terry wanted, then all of a sudden you're talking about an $11 million difference than a contract that's comparable to what you're trying to.
I'm not saying you just pay him what he wants.
I know, but there's a contingent of Commander fans out there that are just like, well, Terry's the heart and soul of this team. He's been here forever. Just pay him. Pay him what he wants. He deserves it.
No, I don't think you necessarily have to pay him what he wants, but I think you can compromise. The problem is, I don't think the team looks like they're in any rush to compromise.
Well, even the compromise is completely is very far off than the contract that was just signed.
For sure. But like what JP says, you just make the argument that you're just way better than him. That's the only other argument you can make. But I'm telling you, I agree with this general sentiment. This does not help the Terry McLaurin situation.
Not at all,
in my opinion.
Because even if you give him a deal commensurate to him being better than Courtland Sutton, like to me that would be like, okay, well, you can average $30 million a year, and that sounds like it's way off from what Buddy Baker and his camp wants.
Yeah,
like that's still way light.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to get solved.
And Cakes' hypothetical. Remember when Cakes put together his hypothetical contract extension that he was going to offer when he was Cakes Peters?
Yes,
I think the AAV was like $33 million a year.
I think it was less. I think I put out a deal like 3 years, $30 million. $30 million.
I thought it was 3 years, 33 a year.
I don't think I
like
went that high.
But knowing what you know now, would you still offer that extension to Terry if you're Adam Peters?
I mean, it seems like it's way above market value if Courtland Sutton just signed for what he signed for.
Yeah, but you bring it, but then you tried out the Garrett Wilson one. Now he's younger, but
significantly younger.
Those numbers were a lot higher.
That's the key. It's the age.
Yeah.
That's why Sutton at 29 is getting 23 a year and not 33 a year.
All right, we'll take your calls next at 800-636-1067. Are you more or less optimistic about Terry getting a deal done with the Commanders in the wake of the Adam Schefter comments yesterday? 800-636-1067. We'll take your calls next.